So what's going on, guys? So today I thought I would do another video on the army. So my previous one was, do I miss being a soldier in the army? And it got over 200 odd views at the moment, and it's still going up, which is I'm made up about, guys. I know some videos like get thousands and thousands of views, but for me this is actually really good. So I thought today I would do another video about the army. So this one is, what did the army teach me, and basically what did I learn from the army? Because I know a lot of people may join or are in the process of joining the army and be like, oh crap, well, what am I going to learn, or what do I already know, etc, etc. So I just want to start off with like grades and stuff. By the way, I do have a notepad here. If you keep thinking, oh, where's he looking down? I've wrote some notes down. So grades for me, like when I was in school, I wasn't the sharpest tool in the box, trust me, guys. I didn't get the best grades or anything like that. I did go to college, but from college, I mainly went to college to build my fitness up, because I didn't join until I was 19. So I joined as an adult, not a junior recruit. So I didn't really get the best grades in college either. That was more just to go for the fitness, but I still passed the courses, etc. So when you're actually in the army, you do maths and English again. Because you need certain grades, like a certain B or something, I can't remember, to actually promote. So to be Lance Corporal, or like for me it would be Lance Bombardier, because I was in the artillery, and then Corporal, Bombardier, Sergeant, so on, so on. You do have to do certain courses and to actually have certain grades before you can even promote. Doesn't matter how long you've been in for, doesn't matter if you're the best soldier in the world. Normally, if you don't have these grades, you are not going to get this promotion. So yeah, I actually got, I think it was like a C in maths and a B in English or something. I can't remember, it was that far gone now. I also got a telecommunications MVQ during my last posting, just because my job was radios and stuff like that. So they were like, oh yeah, let's just put you on the course. And so yeah, I got an MVQ from that. I also got my driver's license through the army, which was a bonus, trust me. Like a lot of people my age now cannot drive or can't afford the lessons. So I was actually grateful to get that during my time in training. So I've only been driving over like 3 years now. I didn't get a car until I came back from Germany. Because it doesn't matter if you got a license, does not mean you can afford a car, trust me, guys. It's a bloody nightmare. And excuse my very squeaky chair. 2 seconds, I just need to have a sip of my coffee. So yeah, I got that through the army. I got my Land Rover driver's course complete, but that's for the army. That's not something you can use on Civvy Street, guys. I'm trying to remember what other courses I actually got done. I did a door supervisor's course as well, to benefit to going into a security job, which I never did, just because at the time, and then they said I had to redo another course, and that was money I didn't have at the time, so I never bothered. But yeah, so there is a lot of benefits of joining the army. You can get courses done. Even I think a friend of mine was getting help so he can do university classes in the evening or something. But yeah, so moving on, because that actually already took like 3.5 minutes, guys. I don't know how long this video is going to be, so bear with me. I'm trying not to be as boring as possible. And obviously, if you want to know anything else, I've got another couple of ideas of videos to do about the army. So if you want to know anything, let me know down below what you want to know. If training's like, what the fitness is like, what the first time shooting is like, just let me know, guys. Just comment down below and I will read the comments, don't you worry. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is working in a team. So I went to school, college, and then I was working for a bit. So I knew what it was like working with older people. And then so when I joined the army, it was completely different. You were working with 11 other lads, or even 23, like in a platoon or anything like that. So there was a lot of yous, and you had to work together to get the job done, or you were all in the shit, basically. My language, but you were going to get bollocked, you were going to get sprints, you were going to be crying almost, basically, guys. So it was always beneficial to work as a team. Don't just think, oh, I'm the fittest lad here, I'm not going to help him out or anything like that. Like when it came to an assault course, like I'm not the tallest person in the world, but even I needed a little boost, or someone else who was a bit bigger or couldn't climb as good would need help. Like, you all have to do it together, guys. So just remember, if anyone is watching this and you are joining the army and you're looking forward to it, you were buzzing, blah, 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 just don't remember to jack on your mates, because they might be better at something else than you are, like ironing. I wasn't the best at ironing. You had to have creases and all that stuff. Trust me, that was probably one of the hardest things. And so I had help with that, and then even you have to fold your clothes a certain way, guys. There's always someone who will be better at certain things than you are, and it's always good to work together and then get the job done as easy as possible. Trust me, guys. And that will hit you, like probably your first week, maybe second week in training. Depends on if you go adult or junior. I'm not sure what it's like junior, but I know it's like a year training compared to adult, which is only 15 weeks. But it will hit you. Same with when you're sleeping in the field and you're paired up with one other lad. You've got to make sure the other one's awake for when you swap shifts or anything like that, guys. So, right, I'm done on that subject. Working in a team is a bonus, so just do it, guys. Right, yeah, ironing, I kind of touched on that. Like, I knew how to do basic ironing before I joined the army, just because my dad was also in the army years ago, like back in the day when it was the Gulf War, the island kicking off, all the riots, everything like that. Like, he was old school army, and so he would teach me a couple of things, and so I was like, oh, I can iron, this is easy. Get to training and like, yeah, iron it like this, and then in these trousers you gotta do it like this, and trust me, guys, you'd spend hours just ironing your trousers in the evening. That's if you even got time. If not, then you turn up on parade looking like shit, and then you all get in the shit. Mind my language. But right, since I touched that, shooting, like I've never done any shooting before the army. I did a bit of airsoft, paintballing, stuff like that, like basic stuff most young people would have done if they were stupid, mucking around with paintballs and all that good stuff. So like for me, the first time I was shooting, I was nervous. I was like shitting like a shaking dog, basically, guys. And it was like one of the best things I ever did. Like, I loved it. I was like, oh yeah, I'm a pro at this. The first time you ever shoot, guys, you're not a pro. I was missing targets, I was flipping, and I was pretty close. It was like 25 meters the first time you ever shoot. And I was missing the targets, guys. But it was probably one of the best things ever. And even if I joined back up now and picked up a rifle, I know 100% I can still hit a target if the rifle is zeroed to my sight, basically, guys. But yeah, so that was another thing they taught me, and I really benefited from that, and I loved it. Every time I was on the ranges, it was brilliant, guys. Fitness. So the army taught me a lot about fitness, like, what am I trying to think of now? So like, we did a lot of different certain kind of fitnesses, like where you'd put your Bergen on your back, it's a big bag, guys, and you put like 30 kg in it or whatever, and you do like 6 miles, maybe a loaded march. So that is just like a fast-paced walk, guys, maybe a bit of running in between if you're running behind on the time or something like that. Interval training, so just laps of sprints and stuff like that, and that builds up your stamina. Steady states runs, so you'd be like a 6 mile run at a certain pace, and it was all beneficial, guys. Even like certain things we did in the gym, like climbing ropes and climbing up like little temporary wall things, and we're like, oh, what's this for? And obviously it would help on the assault course, or when you did a Fibula training, which was like a built-up village, and you'd be storming this village with like your whole platoon, or even more, like a whole regiment maybe, and that's a lot of blokes, and you would storm buildings, climb through windows, throw grenades, all sorts, guys. That was probably like the best thing I'd ever done in training, and I enjoyed it. But yeah, it's all beneficial. You may be like, if you're in training now and you're watching this, or joining up now, and when you get there and you get screamed and shouted at for doing a plank, and you're like, oh, what the hell's the point in this? And you're sweating, you're like really annoyed and what's going on, get screamed and shouted at. But it is all beneficial, guys, and you will enjoy it. You'll go home like 10 times fitter, obviously, before you hit the pubs and everything like that, like every single person does on leave, guys. Right, I've touched that. I'm gonna leave it now. Living in the field, like before I joined, I was like, I'm never gonna live in the field. What's going on here? but they taught you how to dig a hole, a shell scrape it's called, guys. So you can live in it with 2 people. You'd have a good observation view of, like, just in case the enemy was coming towards you or anything like that. Showed you how to camouflage it up, or all sorts like this. And like, it's really hard to explain unless you've done it, but like able to set up a perimeter and stuff like that. So it's not just you and your teammate, it's your whole platoon, and you're in a safe area basically. You could sleep there, you were fine, but you were able to wash yourself in this hole and all sorts. Like, that was never fun, trust me guys, like trying to scrub your certain body parts in a hole when you also had a female section around the other side. But it was all good fun. I enjoyed all of it, even when it was lashing it down and you were just filling up in this hole in your sleeping bag. But it was all good fun, guys. But yeah, so in an event, if anything like that ever happened, like World War III, couldn't live in our house, blah, 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 at least I know I'd be able to dig a hole and be okay, I guess. Hopefully World War III doesn't happen, guys. Right, 2 seconds. Right. This is the last subject I kind of want to talk about, because I can't really think about much else. I'll probably after this video I'll probably come up with loads more ideas, and I'm like, oh crap, I wish I said that in the video. But so travel for me, I am useless, guys. Like public transport, buses, trains, I am a nightmare. Trust me, guys. I need like rope, or what Hansel and Gretel with sweets, or you know, something like that, just so I remember where I am. My granddad always says, oh, I need to tie a rope on you before you go out the house. I am that bad, guys. So I am lucky to have a car and a sat nav, and I am sound. But yeah, so like the first time I had to go to pre-selection, which was in Alcar, which actually isn't too far from me. It's over the other side of the waters in Liverpool. And I actually got my uncle to take me, because at the time he was in the TA/cadets or whatever, but he took me there, and I got the train back. But I probably would have been useless trying to get there, because it is partially in the middle of nowhere, so you'd have to get a bus and a train and then walk type thing. But yeah, so even when I went there, that was a nightmare for me. Selection was, I got dropped off in Liverpool, then I had to get a train for like 3 hours or something like that to Leckensfield, I think it was, yeah, Leckensfield. So I had to get all the way down there, and then like 2 days later, the train back. But luckily they picked us up from the station down there, and we didn't have to find the camp. On the way back, my dad picked me up, because he was like, yeah, you're useless, but it was good because I had good news. I passed my selection, hallelujah, and it was brilliant. Going down to training for the first time, guys. Luckily there was another lad from Liverpool, so I met him at the station, and then we had to get the train all the way down to Surrey with all our kit and everything like that. But and then after you started making friends, you were all on the train together. And so if you were never good with public transport, guys, don't worry, there will be the lads there to help you, and it's really good. Flying. So flying is another transport, guys, right? And so after my training, straight afterwards I had leave, which was like 2-3 weeks, I can't remember exactly, and I was going to Germany, right? Bear with me, guys. So I was flying to Germany straight after leave. So that was with like all my kit, like 3 bags. Most of it got sent over in cardboard boxes, like a post, basically, and it gets sent to your unit, but you're waiting around for it, trust me. So I got my train tickets and all that, or the army paid for it all, so they send it you out in the post, your plane tickets, your train tickets, the lot. So I got a train, so I got a lift up to Liverpool because of all my kit. Got on the train. This was a Sunday, by the way, guys, so it was nice and quiet. So I had all my kit on the chairs, the lot, and the bloke comes over, tickets please, give me a ticket. Oh yeah, it's the wrong ticket. What? It's the wrong ticket. I was there for about 5 minutes whilst the train's still moving with this bloke going, how can it be the wrong ticket? I got sent these. And he's like, well, because you're in the army, I'll let it slide, but just check them next time. I was like, so even though I was not at unit, I was still getting skiff, guys. Just bear in mind that. So if the army sends you tickets or anything like that to do with transport, or even the tickets for troops where you go see a football game or anything like that, check the tickets. Trust me, because I regretted that one. And then I had to get to Birmingham, and then I can't even remember. Yeah, I think it's Birmingham, Euston, or something like that. So to get my plane, and I got to the airport, guys, and I was panicking. There's me with all my bags, and I was like, where do we go? Like, because I've never flew on my own before, guys. Like, it was always like with my parents for holiday and stuff like that. So I got to the airport. Luckily, I was like praying, and I found one of the other lads, and he was a young lad as well, but he was going to the same unit, and he was like, where do we go? I was like, crap. So it's both of us in an airport trying to figure out where we go. Luckily, we found out, we got our bags sorted and everything like that. Got on the plane and then headed towards Germany. But, so you learn all these experiences, guys. You may get a bus on your own, you may get a train on your own, something like that, but always remember to have your phone charged for maps or, you know, details, or even write notes down, guys, so which stop you're getting at, which platform, anything like that. It all comes in handy, trust me. But I think that is all I can touch on the subject about travel, and there isn't really much else I can think of about what they taught me. There is a lot they teach you, but it's more like stuff you learn afterwards when you're in Civvy Street. And the light is going crap, sorry guys. But I hope you guys have... I accidentally pressed the end record button, my bad, whilst I was still talking, guys. So I'm gonna have to edit that clip and this one, so it might look a bit daft. But if you have enjoyed this video, please like, do subscribe if you're not subscribed to my channel already. I do gaming and vlogging, unboxings from time to time if I have anything fascinating to unbox. Lately I don't. I did my Nintendo Switch, which is up there, and my PlayStation 4 Pro, which is here, which is basically my girlfriend, guys. That's why I'm single, I think. Leave a comment down below if you want to hear anything else about the army, guys. I'm meant to be doing a video with a friend of mine who's also ex-soldier. Reasons why we both left, so obviously his would be different to mine. I did have another idea which I can't remember now, but obviously that'd be spoiling. So you have a few more videos about the army to look forward to, guys. If you do want to see them, please like and do subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.